в Богомолове упадет. Ага.
ورا شيخ رضا شيخ رضا رضا شيخ طبعا خذ يا حبيبي يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين ورا شيخ رضا شيخ رضا رضا شيخ طبعا خذ يا حبيبي يا حسين يا حسين يا حسين
What happened in Fiji, Simon?
Fiji with Meghan, well, that was really the only big tour it is the only big tour they did before Archie was born. So this was a few months after their wedding in 2018. Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Tonga. It was an epic trip, but in hindsight, now everything makes sense. The sort of hostility towards the British media and how he was treating us. I don't expect anybody to feel.
Они вон расширились, куда-то пошли. Ого! Она разбирается сильнее и сильнее.
А я сейчас утром был, то мужиками вот туда. Первый взрыв, блядь, у меня аж окна все поэтались, блядь. В Черкасу, блядь. Потом еще один взрыв.
Но я на порог как раз вышел покурить.
Ой, летит еще один дрон. На.
Вот там видно, как горит, полыхает все. Огонь полыхает, что-то разбомбили. Да, там пламя, видать, нехилое. И дым поднимается. Вот такой вот.
О, смотри, 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 идет сюда. Офигеть, сейчас.
A massive Ukrainian strike on a Russian missile depot has caused a series of huge explosions, sending mushroom clouds into the sky, blasts so big that they've registered as a small earthquake, measuring about 2.8 on the Richter scale. This may be one of the largest Ukrainian strikes on Russian soil. Drones, a number of drones, have hit a Russian missile and ammunition depot in the village of Torrential in Tver region, almost 300 miles north of the nearest Ukrainian territory. A massive strike and significant success for Ukraine. Firstly, of course, because this is a missile depot that holds ammunition, included guided rockets, missiles that have been used to blitz Ukraine. So this is about degrading Russia's capability. Ukrainian tanks have stormed into Russia and are fighting there for a third day in a historic and symbolic blow to Moscow. But Russian forces are still advancing and threatening a strategic breakthrough in Ukraine's eastern Donbass. Ukrainian forces based in Sumy have advanced into Russia's Kursk province, advancing between 10 and 20 miles according to various estimates. The assault involved around 1,000 Ukrainian soldiers, 11 tanks and 20 infantry fighting vehicles or armoured fighting vehicles, including at least one US Bradley. Now this is significant because it's a huge distraction. It's moved the focus of the war away from the grinding Russian advances in the east. It's given Ukraine something positive to focus on. It's forced Russia to divert forces to reinforce this new Kursk front line and to try and repel that Ukrainian advance. Of course, symbolic because this is not the first time that Ukrainian partisans or soldiers have crossed into sovereign Russian territory, but it is the largest assault of its kind. The first, as we understand, to involve this many Ukrainian tanks. And of course, Kursk is important, symbolic historically to Russia because it was the scene of the largest ever tank battle in the history of conflict in 1943 in World War II. We start today with news from Ukraine that they have repelled 2 waves of Russian armoured assaults near Kharkiv, which is in the southeastern front line in the Donetsk sector to the west of Donetsk city. Now, Ukraine said that Russia launched a series of attacks, the first one involving 11 tanks, 45 armoured vehicles, and interestingly, what they did 12 motorcycle outriders, sort of fast soldiers, trying to get through the front lines quickly. They claimed in that first wave that Ukraine's destroyed 6 tanks, 7 armoured fighting vehicles and all 12 motorcycles. And then Russia appears to have had a second attempt, this time with 10 tanks, 47 armoured vehicles and a number of buggies and motorbikes. This time Ukraine saying it destroyed 8 of those tanks and about a dozen armoured and infantry fighting vehicles, more motorbikes and 1 buggy. In the first attack, Ukraine claimed it killed about 40 Russian soldiers and a similar number were wounded. In the second attack, slightly fewer killed. Ukraine said 36 Russians killed, 32 wounded. Now, of course, all of that information coming from Ukraine's armed forces, impossible for us to sort of independently verify. One of the things that is interesting is their suggestion that sort of almost a 1-to-1 ratio of dead to wounded. Also a suggestion that Russia appears to have just repeated a failed attack a second time without any particular obvious change of tactics or softening up or preparation for that assault, and in both cases they have failed.
A couple of months old, and if you want to really see something that's said.
You know, the real crazy thought is, you know, President Trump missed that bullet by an angel's breath. He might have been on stage with his vice president as well. Not only could the leader of the Republican Party have been killed tonight, but also his anointed successor.
I was standing there, and all of a sudden it sounds like firecrackers going off. But then I heard the shots, and then all of a sudden somebody hollers, "Get down on the ground," and everybody's going down on the ground as low as they can get. Then the Secret Service comes running up through and says, "Everybody out, get out of here now." And they ushered us out of the area.
Crack Ukrainian troops have killed up to 40 North Korean soldiers who were deployed alongside the Russian forces to fight in the Kursk region. It comes just days after tyrant Kim Jong-un sent 10,000 troops to help them fight off Kyiv's troops in the Kursk region and win what he calls the Holy War. One surviving North Korean soldier revealed how the Ukrainians killed all 40 soldiers from his brigade. He alleged the soldiers from North Korea were tricked into believing they would only be guarding key infrastructures before being sent to fight the Ukrainians without proper arms and intelligence. The sole survivor of the assault now says he has got nothing to lose.
راب حديد هذا الباب الثاني وهذا النفق تحت الأرض. طبعا نحن بالأصل طابق ثاني تحت الأرض. نحن بالأصل طابق ثاني تحت الأرض. يا لطيف ليش مو مركبين له أسانسير؟ معقولة كان ينزلوا كله بشيء؟